Hi guys, I'm back again with another interesting video. But before starting anything new, I want you guys to help me with this. Mr. John recently opened a bakery and he wants to know what flavor of cake is most preferred among people of his locality, so that he can bake large quantities of cakes and pastries of that flavor. So, he did a survey in his locality and obtained this information. This data that John collected is called the raw data. John was confused after seeing this data. It did not convey him any particular information. So let's help him with this. Let's count the number of people who have opted for each flavor. First, let's count the number of people who prefer chocolate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. That's it. So 12 people prefer chocolate. Now let's count for strawberry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So 8 people prefer strawberry. Let's count for vanilla. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Vanilla seems to have more fans as there are 15 people who have chosen that. Lastly, let's count for mango. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Only 4 people have opted for mango. That's not a lot. So let me add my vote to it because I like mango too. And that makes it 5. Now let's present this information in a tabular form. So the table will look something like this. Here, the flavors are written in one column and the number of people who opted for those are written in the adjacent column. It is quite clear that the most preferred flavor is vanilla and the least preferred is mango. Now I'm sure from just one glance at this data, John will easily be able to identify the same. So, with such representation of data, situations become easy to understand. This is what we call statistics. So, statistics is nothing but the subject which deals with the collection, presentation, analysis and interpretation of data. Like in this case, we first collected the data, then we presented it in a tabular form, analyzed it, and lastly, interpreted the required information. Now, the collection of data can be done in 2 ways. The data collected by the person himself or herself with the definite plan in mind is called the primary data. Like in the previous example, John himself collected the data. So, the information he got is an example of primary data. And why? Because he himself went around and collected the information. The information he collected did not exist previously. Now suppose John's bakery becomes popular and he starts getting orders from all around the city. Now, collecting data by going to every individual is quite impractical. But one day, while on the internet, John came across a website which had exactly what he wanted. Yes, it had the list of the top 10 preferred flavors in that city. Now, although John got the data, he wasn't the one who compiled it. The data was compiled by someone else and John used it. This makes the data secondary data. So, data collected from a source which already had information is known as secondary data. Another example of secondary data is when you are given projects in school, you collect the information from books or browse the internet. So, this data that you collect from the internet or books that exist previously is secondary data. Statistics has a wide range of applications, from bakeries to police station, from schools to workplace. Like, determining the crime rates in a city, income and wealth analysis of society, in studying profit and loss of a company, weather forecasting, marketing, and many more. The list is endless. There are even jobs which involve just statistics. The trending data science field is totally based on statistics. So guys, by now you must have understood what is statistics and the reason behind studying it. See you in the next video with more amazing concepts. Now, let's have a quick recap. Statistics is a subject that deals with collection, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of data. The collection of data can be done in two ways. The data collected by the person himself or herself with a definite plan in mind is known as primary data. Data collected from a source which already had information is known as secondary data.